I picked completely random words, did not think at the slightest. Here we go.
Hi again, Freeze. Glad to see you didn't run away from us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Freeze. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayuri told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. You don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Freeze always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. Hey! How come? You and Freeze can become good friends too?
Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into.
Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori?
Huh? Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, but it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright, well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everything is settled, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related? by myself like this, I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could possibly fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works perfectly. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself.
I found myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I opened my eyes, find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Yeah, sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club?
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You're gonna need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true though.
Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself.
Huh? I didn't write anything. Who did? How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over it, all around here. Why'd it go in the red for a minute? I just touched the wire and it went for... Hold on. No, it's not doing it anymore. Okay. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair is just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There is more than just your hair. It's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. I can... Okay, I just noticed that is... That's not straight. That's pretty crumpled.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about it. That...
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. That's what I was just talking about, right? Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Why are we this close?
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
What? Huh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button won't come off. Button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger.
Don't say that out loud! Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blouser once more.
Phew. That's much better.
Puts her out and twirls around.
So I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even like you doing things like this. Wouldn't even let you do things like this. And take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. And you take care of me better than anyone else. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these things, all these embarrassing things. Stop it!
Yeah? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyways, just try to focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on getting to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
That's true. Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come walk with me. Wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again? Wait, what? Maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori.
Ah, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Huh? Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Freeze, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to receive her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Well now, that's everybody ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait!
Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pulled out their poems. Sayuri's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook, and I can already tell Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into the bags. I do the same myself. Whose poem should I read first? I want to go Monica. I don't even know, bro. Legit, I don't even know, bro. The fact that I know how this is gonna go is just, it messes up the whole story. It really does. I should start with Monica. Yesterday, she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort.
Hi, Freeze. Having a good time so far?
Ah, yeah.
Good. Glad to hear. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. You're like a star student. What the fudge? I assume you should have everything in mind. Like, okay, whatever. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Freeze. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sort of things in common.
Ah, well, we may be good friends, but Sayuri and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks to you about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it end up being similar than you really think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get from reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
How could I be? Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayuri's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a new kind of style that fits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyways, do you want to read my poem now?
Wait, was that me saying that? No, that wasn't.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle Sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. Out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
The f was that?
So what do you think?
That was doo-doo. Oh, I'm just kidding. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the time in between words and lines. While performed out loud, it can be very powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany.
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point.
That is true.
If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress.
She's speaking facts, guys. Listen to her.
Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later.
That's what Scott called. No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Anyway, to think about it like this. Another way to think about it like this. If you keep your pen in the same exact spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening.
Who should I show?
What's about? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It's just didn't evoke in any feeling or emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, owls can fly. Wait, didn't we? People can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest!
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, didn't ya?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I didn't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Next is Sayori.
Huh? Oh my goodness! This is so good, Freeze!
Yeah?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori? You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, I picked random words.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Are you sure? Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? What kind of question is...
Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So, when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a Freeze poem! And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of a club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing right in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. Not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Freeze. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't really deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right?
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Oh, don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least this makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess that's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Last one. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough for her to finish reading. She's like,
This poem wasn't about me?
Oh,
Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
him.
Oh, I'm supposed to speak? Oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yuri, you're lying.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading, though, through it.
So it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's just several minutes and we've already haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. I really didn't notice what. I'd be jumbling up I'd be mixing up the words with the fudge. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. She basically just dogged on my note. She just took a shit on my note, bro. She said, fuck that shit. That is garbage. It goes in the trash. Her stuttering is completely gone. And she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different styles and techniques that go into writing, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and taking new things. I also hope that everyone in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. A little bit biased.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if there was a rare opportunity, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? That's some heavy cursive right there.
Ghost under the light.
I'm sorry, I gotta zoom in. The tendrils? The tendrils.
The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Could you hear me? I was kind of, I don't know. Let's zoom that out real quick. Where's my mouse? There it is.
I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
Yo, that's cursive. That's literally like, that's not terrible. That's the opposite of terrible. Literally the opposite of terrible. I cannot write cursive. But then again, like, some people say, like, my handwriting is neat as heck. I mean, I can compare it to others. I can read it. I know that for a fact. I don't come across many people who I can't read their handwriting. It just matters if it's readable. That's all that matters. But cursive and normal is just like two different languages. It doesn't matter if I can't read it. It's just whoever writes cursive probably can read that. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
It took you a long time to read mine too. Don't forget that. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? That's relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's your first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Freeze.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, that poem often expresses their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolized compared to a ghost, lingering in her remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past.
You lost a loved one?
And soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't even thought about that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. If only I didn't follow Sayori. How the heck did that Bro, why is it peaking? If only I didn't follow Sayori. Sayori? Yeah, Sayori? Sayori. I don't know. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? What's with this language?
Huh?
Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. She can't read it. I had trouble reading it, but no problem.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I did have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Freeze did too. So based on that, I've gladly come give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Freeze liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri! That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Freeze appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one.
I can't say the sentence with a straight face.
I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Freeze started showing up.
What the what?
Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you!
What?
I don't like fighting guys!
Suddenly, both girls turn towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there.
Freeze! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If
If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not just force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Freeze.
Wait. That's a reason we have so many deep and expressing words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effective way. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Freeze?
Well, how did I get myself dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gotta be help me, Sayori. Natsuki? Natsuki goes at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I couldn't even bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Huh? Yeah, everyone's fighting. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Freeze? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stick-up jerk she's being.
She would never. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place.
Excuse me, princess. Excuse me. Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes. Stop!
Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends.
I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with a few words. And Yuri's poems are also because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also... Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
I'll make some tea.
Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president? I whisper to Monica. She nods in return.
Yep, exactly why. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things.
I cannot hear myself. My mic keeps on hitting the peak, even though I don't know why. Let me turn it down a little bit.
But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me.
Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing.
I see.
Stop doing that!
Take care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That makes two of us. Hold on. Hold on. I think I need this.
I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That's sick. That's sick. I don't know. That will probably look sick in the editing. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was all right.
Well, mostly. Freeze, what about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk to everyone, to talk about it with everyone. What? How the?
Awesome! Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems would turn out even better.
Yes. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. And I will not. I will choose random words like I was doing. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Freeze! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayuri beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. Is this the time that she just I walk into her room and she just Bro, that would be so bad. That would be so bad. Oh my gosh. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. My friend's right here, bruh. I got my best buddy. I'm not hating. I'm not hating. Sorry. About what happened earlier.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki, does that thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Freeze, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... Every day is getting to be so much more fun.
It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? What does that mean? Wait, what does that mean? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah? Let's do this. Friends. I mean, I'm kind of gonna have to go through the entire Sayuri, right? Oh, that's Natsuki. No problem. That's Yuri. That's Sayuri. Yes. That's Daydream Sayuri. Yeah. Extraordinary. Feelings and pain is also hers as well. Beauty, I think that would be Yuri. But okay, never mind. I just wanted to see if you're Lazy. Just emotions, basically. Bliss. Gwei. Oh, no, that's ours. I wasn't thinking on that one. Infallible. That's definitely right. Party. Insight. Did not think about that one. Anger. Just pick. What? Wait, okay. Tears. Death. Got it.
All right, and that's the end of part 2. Just seeing how you guys are, seeing if you're okay, because as the first episode says, we get into some deep topics. So be prepared for that, and if you don't like that, you can stop the series right here. It's completely fine. No shame in that. And if you will stay, see you in the next one. If you won't, hey, that's fine. You can watch some other series that I make, or just watch other YouTubers. Bye.